So I've been a pretty big fan of this film series since the very beginning. I must have seen the original film 5 times in the movie theater. The original Insidious film felt like a good throwback to old school horror movies where you use a lot of sound, a lot of other elements to build up tension. You had a very likable family and they seemed very reminiscent to the original family of the movie Poltergeist. Now, once again, it looks like it's time for us to go back and go deeper into the further. But have we already gone far enough? I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and here's my review for Insidious, The Red Door. Since the last time we saw the Lambert family, the Insidious franchise has gone backwards into time instead of moving forward.
Good night, future boy! No.
It's good to see that this film series is finally moving forward. However, I'm a little disappointed that we have never continued with the other family that we got to see in the end of part 2. I legitimately wanted to know more about this family and their story, so come on, Insidious creators.
Don't leave me hanging!
One thing I really appreciated about the original Insidious film was the dynamic with the family. They kind of seem like a modern day version of the movie Poltergeist. You have this good home life foundation that gets interrupted by something supernatural. Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson come off as good, likable parents. Even the kids seemed like real kids and they were likable. Okay, maybe not that one. But in this film, Insidious The Red Door, that dynamic has changed drastically. And I'll be honest, that really kind of bummed me out. There's a really good scene with Patrick Wilson that just had me kind of sad. I was like, why does his family hate him so much? I was like, Josh Lambert always came across as a good, caring father. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because in part 2, he was possessed by a ghost and he tried to kill them. Yeah, that could tear a family apart. On a serious note, this Insidious movie had me asking this question.
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
At the end of the second film, Josh and Dalton both get hypnotized so they could forget everything they know about the further. Which definitely works for me, but I'm like, that doesn't mean that the ghost forgot. I would think Josh and Dalton would be surrounded by ghosts like if they were samples at Costco. The lack of ghosts in this movie made me think the director, Patrick Wilson, was having a conversation with executives kind of like this.
No, I'm sorry, I can't spare it. You can't spare it? No, there's not enough to spare.
We don't see many ghosts until the end of the movie, and even then it just feels like they're thrown in like that. So I'm not necessarily sure what the rules are of the further, but it's starting to feel kind of like the later Nightmare on Elm Street films where you just kind of close your eyes and then boom, you're there. And a lot of the things that I had issues with could be due to things that are very possible. A lot of things could have been cut out for various reasons. And since this was Patrick Wilson's directorial debut, they might have just cut his budget in half just to be safe. But certain key elements that were in the original film, like I said before, sound, suspense, ghosts, all of those little elements were just contributions to the recipe that supplied the movie with a lot of good scares. This is just my opinion, but ask me how many scares there were in this film.
Do you know what the word nada means?
I did enjoy catching up with the Lambert family and kind of closing out their story. Patrick Wilson did a really good job as far as directing the characters and also staying true to the characters and also watching them grow. So it was cool to see Dalton and his brother grow up, and we did get to see the sister grow up finally, but she is in the movie like this.
Hi, Jamie. Bye, Harriet.
I give Insidious The Red Door a stream it. And attention to Insidious creators and producers, can we please continue on with this story?
So pretty please, with sugar on top.
Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.